5 key pension news items. Like this video and subscribe to the channel to stay informed about the latest pension news. Let's start with the 5th news item. National insurance rate reductions spark worries about funding soaring state pension costs. As concerns grow over the future of the state pension, experts are sounding the alarm ahead of the implementation of national insurance rate cuts starting tomorrow. The state pension, which relies on national insurance contributions from the working population, is now facing uncertainty due to the upcoming reduction in the national insurance (NI) rate. Currently, the state pension is uprated each year through the triple lock system, which guarantees an increase based on the highest of inflation, average earnings, or 2.5%. Starting April, retirees will see their monthly state pension payments rise by 8.5%, matching the growth in average earnings. However, experts are questioning the long-term sustainability of the current state pension model, which is financed by public funds. These concerns are compounded by the government's plan to cut national insurance rates and their promise of future tax reductions. The national insurance rate for Class 1 contributions will be reduced from 12% to 10%, effective from tomorrow. Steve Cameron, pensions director at Aegon, expressed worries regarding the impact of this rate cut on the state pension triple lock. He explained that the current state pension relies on the national insurance contributions of today's workers. By reducing these contributions, despite the state pension increasing by 8.5% in April, more than double the current inflation rate, the sustainability of the pension system is jeopardized. The challenges faced by the state pension system are heightened by the combination of an aging population and the rising costs associated with the triple lock mechanism. Cameron noted, reducing national insurance contributions, their primary source of funding, adds to the challenge, potentially requiring alternative state pension funding sources from general taxation in future. Looking ahead, the state pension is set to receive an 8.5% increase later this year. For those eligible for the full basic state pension, such as men born before April 6, 1951, and women born before April 6, 1953, the monthly payment will rise from £156.20 to £169.50. For recipients of the new state pension, born after the aforementioned dates, there will be an increase of £17.35 per week, resulting in a total state pension amounting to £221.20, up from the current £203.85. The rate adjustments will come into effect in April 2024, impacting not only the state pension, but other benefits as well. Are you receiving the right state pension? Steve Webb's ultimate test. In a recent development, the Department for Work and Pensions has made significant progress in rectifying errors related to state pension payments. As the new year begins, it is essential for individuals to assess whether they are receiving the correct amount of state pension. With the completion of the error-checking process for key groups, such as married women and those over 80, anyone receiving a low pension should take immediate action. The minimum benchmark to consider is a weekly payment of £93.60. The specific rules vary based on individuals falling under the old or new state pension system. However, if someone is receiving less than the minimum amount mentioned, they must contact the pension service to investigate potential errors or initiate a claim for a higher rate. It is particularly crucial for women who suspect they are being underpaid and have been instructed by the DWP to wait for communication. Instead, they should proactively address this matter. The new year presents an ideal opportunity to resolve any issues. Here is what you need to know. Old state pension system before April 6, 2016. A. Individuals aged 80 or above, meeting a basic residence test, are entitled to a minimum weekly pension of £93.60. This entitlement is irrespective of their national insurance, NI contributions, income, or marital status. To be eligible, reside in the UK for at least 10 years, out of which the 20-year period should include the day before turning 80 or any day after. Be ordinarily resident in the UK, the Isle of Man, or Gibraltar at the 80th birthday or the claim date if later. B. Married women with husbands over state pension age can claim a married woman's pension of £93.60 per week if the husband receives a full basic state pension. The same applies when the husband has a low pension and the wife receives the full basic pension. However, if the husband's pension is below the full basic rate due to contribution gaps, the wife's married woman's pension will be adjusted accordingly. Instances of state pension errors for these two groups have been unearthed through an investigation by This Is Money. Subsequently, the DWP initiated a comprehensive correction process, commencing in 2021. By the end of October 2023, approximately 37,000 married women and 27,000 people over 80 had received underpayments, totaling over £270 million. The DWP aims to conclude all necessary corrections for both groups by the end of 2023. Hence, individuals falling into these categories who remain on an incorrect pension rate are unlikely to receive automatic contact from the WP and should take personal action. Regarding individuals over 80, two scenarios arise. Those receiving below the standard £93.60 rate, but already receiving some form of basic pension, should have been automatically upgraded once they turned 80. Those not receiving any basic state pension by the age of 80 could become entitled to the £93.60 rate with a separate claim. For married women, two scenarios exist. Married women with a pension below £93.60, wherein their husbands reached pension age on or after March 17, 2008, should have experienced an automatic increase in their pensions. Married women with a pension below £93.60 and whose husbands reached pension age before March 17, 2008, would be eligible for an increase to £93.60 only if they made an additional state pension claim. Individuals receiving less than £93.60 per week must ascertain whether they have made all necessary claims to meet this threshold. New state pension system after April 6, 2016. Generally, individuals with 16 or more years of national insurance contributions or credits should receive a state pension of at least £93 per week. This calculation is based on 1635 of the full rate of £203.85, equivalent to £93.18 per week. If someone's pension falls below this amount, it may be due to missing national insurance credits for years spent caring for children at home, previously known as Home Responsibilities Protection. In such cases, individuals should submit the CF4111 claim form to obtain the missing credits. This adjustment should increase their weekly pension and result in retroactive payments. Moreover, women who paid the married woman's stamp contribution 35 years before reaching state pension age can claim a £93.60 pension under a special concession. However, the DWP might have overlooked some cases, and these instances should be raised and contested. As the new year begins, it is essential for pensioners to evaluate their state pension eligibility, particularly if they fall into the aforementioned groups. By taking proactive steps, individuals can ensure they receive the appropriate pension, free from errors or underpayments. Government's Conundrum: Juggling triple lock hikes and inflation. In the ongoing debate over the future of the triple lock policy and state pension increases, the government faces several challenges. Currently, state pensioners are set to receive an 8.5% payment increase in April, following a 10.1% increase the previous year. The sustainability of the triple lock policy is being questioned in light of these substantial increases. Emily Campbell, a lawyer at Charles Russell Speechless, emphasizes the importance of striking a balance between the needs of pensioners, fiscal affordability, and intergenerational fairness. While acknowledging the significance of a fair state pension to support the elderly population, Campbell highlights the urgent need to control inflation. One aspect supporting the reform of the triple lock is the disparity between state pension increases and those of private pensions. Private pensions often receive less generous raises, typically capped at either 2.5% or CPI, Consumer Price Index. In contrast, the triple lock policy operates on a better of principle, offering potentially higher increases. However, a counter-argument against reducing the generosity of state pension increases is that personal allowances and tax bands are not rising in line with inflation. Essentially, the government mitigates some of its generosity through the taxation system. Adjusting the circumstances of existing pensioners is a complex matter, and any changes should be part of a comprehensive, long-term plan that allows individuals sufficient time to adapt their financial strategies. With the upcoming 8.5% increase, the full basic state pension will reach £169.50 per week, while the full new state pension will rise to £221.20 per week. Retirement specialist Gary Smith from Evelyn Partners notes that the costs of the state pension are mounting. He highlights how the substantial increases this year and the upcoming one have drawn attention to the triple lock policy's purpose. While it aims to protect pensioners from high inflation and maintain their minimum living standard, sustaining these increases in the long run is challenging. Smith suggests that a change might be necessary, and if the triple lock policy were to remain, the state pension age might have to be adjusted. However, Smith warns that extending the state pension age could create inequalities, favoring those who live longer and are better off, while making it harder for current working-age individuals to access the state pension. Finding a mechanism that provides a decent minimum standard of living for retirees relying on the state pension, meets principles of fairness, and results in less drastic increases is the alternative solution. Smith suggests that a Labor government might find it easier to address this issue, as older cohorts form a smaller part of their core support compared to the Conservatives. Steer clear of these 6 common pension pitfalls before your retirement. Money Magpie's Jasmine Birtles warns readers about 6 common mistakes to avoid before retirement, sharing valuable insights on safeguarding one's financial future. In an ever-increasing cost of living, it is observed that 10% of individuals over 55 and still in full-time employment have prematurely tapped into their pension savings to supplement their income, according to retirement specialists, Wealth at Work. The rising trend indicates that nearly 1/3 of individuals in the same age bracket may find themselves compelled to withdraw their pension savings early in the near future. However, experts caution against hasty decisions, highlighting the potential consequences of tapping into pensions too early, resulting in a substantial drop in income during retirement. The general advice for those in their 50s or early 60s with aspirations for a prosperous retirement is to prioritize diligently adding to their retirement funds. Exploring additional income options alongside existing employment can prove beneficial, and Money Magpie offers an interesting list of potential money-earning avenues specifically designed for retirees or soon-to-be retirees. Understanding how pension pots are invested is another crucial aspect of retirement planning. Traditionally, pension managers tend to shift investments into low-risk products as individuals approach retirement, a strategy known as lifestyling. The goal is to avoid unpleasant surprises upon accessing the pension fund during retirement years. However, this approach may not be the most advantageous in today's landscape, particularly for those utilizing income drawdown rather than an annuity. It may be more beneficial for pensioners to keep their investments in riskier, yet potentially more rewarding, stocks and shares for an extended period of time. To ensure one's pension is being managed appropriately, it is advisable to consult with the pension provider and seek professional advice to assess its profitability. In the United Kingdom alone, approximately £6 billion in lost pensions has been reported in 2022. Many individuals unknowingly possess pensions from past jobs, such as lost or forgotten pots of retirement savings. It is highly recommended to locate and potentially consolidate these lost pensions for ease of management. Finding lost pensions can be accomplished by using the free pension finder service, gretel.co.uk, which searches various pension companies and notifies individuals if any accounts are discovered. While consolidating pensions might not always be the best course of action due to potential attached benefits, locating these pension pots is considered essential. Seeking advice from professionals is pivotal when planning for retirement. It is important to note that retirement can span over 2 to 3 decades, making it imperative to maximize savings to sustain a comfortable lifestyle. Astonishingly, over 50% of workers rely on advice from friends, family, or colleagues, while a significant portion forego seeking professional guidance entirely. To capitalize on pension investments and other financial aspects, it is wise to invest in advice tailored to one's specific situation. PensionWise offers a free session for individuals aged 50 and over, an opportunity worth seizing. Additionally, paying for advice from a financial advisor, even if it's a one-time consultation, ensures comprehensiveness and addresses various financial aspects like drawdown options, annuities, life insurance, inheritance tax planning, and provisions for care. A comprehensive guide on finding a reliable independent financial advisor, including information on accessing free sessions, is readily available to assist individuals in their search. It is never too late to start planning for retirement, even if it feels like time is running out. Hargreaves Lansdowne, an investment platform, assures individuals that they can still build a substantial pension pot with appropriate guidance, even if they begin the process late. While it is advantageous to start saving as early as possible to benefit from long-term investments, small incremental increases in contributions during one's 50s or 60s can significantly impact the final pension sum. By taking advantage of employer matching contributions, individuals can further boost their pension pot. Hargreaves Lansdowne's research highlights that even modest monthly increases in contributions can lead to substantial growth, potentially transforming a pension from £60,000 to £160,000 or even higher, depending on the individual's specific circumstances. Unfortunately, pension scams are an unfortunate reality, presenting significant risks to individuals' hard-earned savings. The pensions regulator estimates that a staggering £2.5 trillion in pension wealth is susceptible to fraudsters. One crucial precautionary measure is to ensure that when transferring retirement savings to a different investment company, the receiving entity is registered with the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA. This verification greatly reduces the likelihood of encountering scammers. Furthermore, being aware of the Financial Services Compensation Scheme, FSCS, is essential. The scheme provides compensation for certain financial products, including pensions, in the event of fund collapse. Familiarizing oneself with the FSCS website will help identify the circumstances under which compensation may be applicable, offering an additional layer of protection for life savings. Will winter fuel payments disappear for the majority of pensioners? In a potential policy shift, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak may be considering omitting the winter fuel payment scheme for most eligible individuals, with the exception of the poorest pensioners. It is believed that Mr. Sunak is contemplating this decision in order to fulfill his commitment to the pension triple lock, despite concerns regarding its soaring costs. Government officials have informed Sky News that the Prime Minister comprehends the political implications of the triple lock and recognizes the necessity of reaffirming his dedication to it, as garnering the pensioner vote is crucial to his campaign. According to reports, proposals are being drafted by officials to exclude the majority of pensioners from receiving the winter fuel allowance, except for those who qualify for pension credit. A government representative conveyed to the broadcaster that while Rishi Sunak grasps the implications of the triple lock from an intergenerational perspective, he believes it is far from equitable. Consequently, he seeks to address these concerns to some extent. As of now, Mr. Sunak has refrained from commenting on these speculations and has not explicitly committed to upholding the triple lock. The triple lock ensures an annual increase in pensions based on the highest rise among average earnings, inflation, or a minimum of 2.5%. However, projections suggest that by 2050, the triple lock could potentially incur costs amounting to £45 billion per annum. Furthermore, you can take steps to reduce your energy bills. A government spokesperson indicated that this year, pensioners have been protected through the most substantial state pension increase in history and an augmentation of pension credit, amounting to approximately £3,500 annually for those with lower incomes. Additionally, pensioners will receive an extra £300 this winter to alleviate essential expenses, alongside efforts to mitigate inflation and optimize everyone's financial resources. While the annual autumn review of benefits and pensions approaches, government officials have declined to comment on these rumors. The winter fuel payment is a tax-free subsidy provided by the government to assist elderly individuals in covering their fuel and heating costs. Eligibility is determined each year, with individuals born before 25th of September 1957 potentially receiving between £250 and £600 for winter bill payments in 2023-24.